Okay, all right. All right, we've taken care of that. Let's get to business now. All right. So, as I was saying, just the other day, I think that's where I left off when I was speaking earlier. That just a few days ago, when they were having when he was having that meeting, and he was talking, and he tried to acknowledge Baron Donald's in the audience. Oh my! I felt that thing to my soul, because I don't know anybody could stand there and have somebody blatantly and outrightly disrespect them like that, and just casually takes it as an invitation, as a pat on the back, as a celebration, as a loving embrace, you know, for somebody to tell you that you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's one of them, but he's one of the smart ones. He's one of the smart ones, because there are some of them who are smart, and then there are others who are not so smart. Do you think when he said one of them, do you think he means Congress representative? He's one of them. One of the Junkran of the Folkhob. He's one of them. Mm-hmm. And that is how you introduce somebody who you're supposed to, well, I don't know why I say suppose, but somebody who you respect. Is that how you introduce somebody whose contribution to your efforts you value? Is that how you introduce somebody who who you would expect to be an integral part of your cabinet if you were supposed to be reelected? Is that how you introduce another American? It shows that he has absolutely no value for people who look like me and you. Yeah, you may talk. Mm-hmm. Absolutely no value for you. No care about you. You ain't worth anything to him. Glitters, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah. And that's not even the only thing. All the other things that he has said and done proves to me, it may not be proof to some of y'all, but it's proof to me that this individual, um Charlie, and that is the thing too. He told the Christians, vote this one time, then won't have to worry. Exactly. Winsome, what's up? How you doing? Yes, even that conversation where he said the Christians didn't have to vote anymore. He just wanted them to vote this one time. And if they voted this one time, they won't have to worry about voting again. What in the world does that mean? What is he going to put in place? What is it that he's going to put in place? Glitters, what I'm talking about. I'm talking about politics. Politics we're talking about right now, Glitters. What is it that he intends to put in place that is going to require that Christians don't vote anymore? Aliyah or Elijah, however you pronounce your name, please to excuse yourself from here. Don't tell me what I am and what I am not. Okay? I'm going to learn to write English. That's your need for God. Excuse yourself from here. How about that? That's what I am. Yeah, that's what I am. Okay, let us continue. Winsome, how are you doing, my love? Good to see you. Did I see you this morning with um the page is stop? Listen, Cheryl, I don't know. You can see it, right? Me know if nobody would see that, Ken see would see it. Ken see would see it. Yeah, the Dyson don't play. The Dyson don't play. I can see, I'm at that stage where I have to have a lot of wind around me. You know what I mean? I have to have wind coming from the top and wind, so I have to have the fans all the time. Cheryl, I don't know what is happening, but say from the other day, anytime I start talking about politics, them start freeze up me. They start freezing up the live. Anytime I start talking politics, they start freezing up the live. I do not know. I do not know what it is. Look at them now want to talk politics. Yes, that is true. Anytime you start talking about something, they don't agree with you, they start freezing up your live and doing all this shenanigan just so that they can dismay you and have you to either turn off the live or stop talking about that, because you switch the topic and you start talking about something else and instantly the live stop freezing, and then at the end of the live they're going to ask you, how was the video, did you have glitch, click which one, why you tell me to click each one and I keep selecting, but at the end of the day you don't correct anything. You know what they're full of. Even some, you know what they're full of, right? Georgia Johnson. Hey Georgia, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Happy Monday to you. I hope you're having a great Monday afternoon. Tell them for me can see. Tell them for me if you like up the live. Anyway, guys, I usually double stream, so when you see me talking to somebody else, I'm addressing the people over there on the top on YouTube, because you know I gotta use my time wisely. But anywho, we're going back to talking about what we were talking about. So all this glitching that's going on, we're still going to talk about what we're talking about because it's election season. But by the way, I'm asking you something. Have you all checked your voting status? Have you all checked to make sure that you are registered to vote? Did you check up on your voter registration today? Because this is something that we need to check on every single week leading up to the election, because there's a lot of shenanigans going on in the background. There are lots of people out there who are determined to ensure that many of us do not get to vote. There are many people out there who are working behind the scenes, who are striking our names off of the voter registration list, and they'll be doing lots and lots of shenanigans. So it is your responsibility not to be caught as a deer in the headlight on election day. Don't wait until the last minute. You're going to check to see if you are registered to vote, and the next thing you know, you are not. Your name has been struck from the list and you had no clue. And then it is too late for you to be added to the list, and now you have missed your golden opportunity to vote. Do not let that happen to you. I am doing great, Ashu. Good to see you. Happy Monday to you, my love. Good as you know, some there. But yeah, I come home, I'm tired, I'm asleep, I'm wake up and I decide, you know what, it's Monday evening. I cannot do everything I cannot go back to sleep without coming on here to talk to my people. Right, Georgia? Yeah, so that's why I'm here, to talk to you all. We just talk. We have no animosity or anything. The people, those of you who have animosity in your heart, don't come here, because this is not the place for you. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, and I don't want to have to call them no junker. But if you don't come in my space with no foolishness, me might have no choice. Alright? And that not nice. I try to be nice. Anyway. Yes, I'm me, Georgia. I don't want to have to resort to that, right? I don't want to have to. But if you don't push me enough, I might just get there. They might just have to get paid. Exactly. You know, y'all might just frown and find out. Ashu says he's from India. What time is it over there now? It is now 7:48 for me. Is it already Tuesday morning for you, Ashu? I'm always curious about the times because isn't it interesting that once upon a time, wherever you were, you would think that the time that you have wherever you are, it is the time all around the world. Look how technology and look how knowledge has increased. So I can be here at 7:45, and then there is somebody somewhere in the world, and it is already 7 a.m. for them. The sun is coming up, or for some people, the sun is going down. He says it's 5:18 in the morning. You see that? So he's like, what? Is that 10 hours? Is that 10 hours from me, from now? 5, it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. My math is kind of mathing, you know. I wasn't the worst in school, you know. But anyway, we're talking politics, and we are talking about these two candidates that we have running for vying for our votes in American politics this election season. And I am not here to tell anybody who to vote for or who to support. You know, everybody's free to support whomever they so choose to support. But here we are looking at the presentation, looking at these two individuals and how they have presented themselves to us. We have heard the people arguing about, oh, they say, oh, Kamala has not sat down for an interview, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why people think that a woman, a very well educated woman, would be hiding, would be trying to avoid an interview. A woman who has spoken in front of crowds, or spoken in closed spaces, who have spoken in front of dignitaries, and you are going to believe that she's hiding from an interview. All right, you do you. Then she does the interview. And now I see people saying, oh, she couldn't even answer the question about what she thought when the interviewer asked her about what she had to say about all the misogynistic, racist, and sexist arguments of her opponent. And people really sit here on the internet in this year 2024. Tell them for me goodas. Tell them, thank you, my love. In this year 2024, y'all are going to sit there and try to bash this woman to say she did not or could not, according to some of y'all, answer that question because she says it's the same, basically she said it's the same nonsense. Next question. I mean, someone really slow enough. Me say someone if snail on our snail jeans. Oh, no, all right. What did you expect this woman to say? Who has time to continue to address this nonsense? Oh, me remember say you on the other side of the world, and you know, are you not into American politics? I know. I know. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't forget. I shouldn't forget. All right. Yeah. So what did you all expect this woman to address that statement and say? This is something that the other side have been saying over and over and over and over ever since she was nominated. Everybody keeps saying, oh, she not black. Oh, she Indian. She not black. All this woman's life, this woman been living as a black woman. This woman has been having the black experience. And all of a sudden, because she's a candidate for the highest office of the land, all of a sudden, her blackness comes into question. And my question to those of you who are bringing in her blackness into the equation, why should her blackness matter? Because it's the same, you know, my grandmother would say, the same mouth was a bless, and the same mouth was a curse. So, If you all say that, okay, this is America, and anybody who is born here, anybody who is an American has the ability to run for office, and if they are capable and people want them, they vote for them, etc., etc. All right. So you have to understand the diversity of America, where we have so many people from so many different backgrounds. So therefore, tell me, why would it matter if you embrace the diversity of America and you accept that this country was not built only for people? Okay? First of all, this is not your country. If we are to be honest, you came and conquered this place. So if you want somebody to talk to me about who is here and who is not supposed to be here and who shouldn't go back and all of this nonsense that you all keep spewing, let the Indians, let the natives talk about that. Okay? But you who came here and conquered these people's place, you don't have the authority to tell nobody to go back nowhere. Okay? Let's just get that straight. All right? Kenzie, I'm sorry you are all the way over there. We could talk right now, but we can. Okay? Where's Winsome? Winsome, where are you? I'm looking for you. Yes, I mean good as. My question still remains, why would her color matter? Why not press the issue so and I talk about her color? Because she black. Are you saying, well, America is diverse, there are lots of people here from different cultures, and we embrace everybody and we welcome everybody and we love everybody, just not the black people? Or if not just not the black people, just not when they are elevated. We love them when they are uneducated. We love them when they are unemployed. We love them when they are homeless, because you see, that makes me seem a little bigger, make me seem a little more educated. That makes me seem a little more accomplished. That makes me seem as though I am financially stable when I have black people to compare myself to. I mean, poor black people, uneducated black people, and homeless black people. But I don't want to have to compare myself to an educated black person. I don't want to have to compare myself to an accomplished black person. I don't want to have to compare myself to a black person who has gone so far up the ladder that they are now sitting in the president's seat. I do not want to have to compare myself, because right there now I'm going to look like the little guy. I'm going to look like the little guy. And that is the only reason why her color is coming to play. And this well-educated woman, these trash-talking people are going to say the woman is not educated. Like, seriously? She not educated? Like, really, people? What do you use to measure educated? What do you all use to measure? Because it seems like there is a double standard. It seems like there is a measuring stick for the black educated, and there's a measuring stick for the white educated, and all the others in between. That is it, right? They seem to think we must only do exactly. They seem to think we must only do these black jobs, whatever it is that they're talking about. Charlesy, what's up? How you doing? I always say I talk about DEI is trash. You don't seem too educated. Keep moving. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And not even if there was DEI, you wouldn't qualify. That person there, so well, never woke. You wouldn't qualify, even if that was the case. All right, let us continue. Listen to me now. I'm not gonna pay y'all any mind. All right, let me scroll up here. So, yeah, that's what I was saying. The color of her skin should not have anything to do with anything. If we are going to say that we are embracing everybody and all Americans are one, we know that lie that they tell all the time. But say for argument's sake, we are going to embrace that argument that all Americans are one regardless of your color or creed or gender, yada 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 yada. Then her color should have never come into question. It should have never come into question. They better tighten up the bridges. You see what I mean? They better tighten up the bridges because we ain't going back. We are not going back. And that is just that. All right? So if you don't like that, well, you know where it's at. And listen, I understand the people who had said, when Joe Biden was in the race against Trump, everybody, lots of people, I shouldn't say everybody, but lots of people, we could see the frailty of Joe Biden. I saw it, I felt it. It felt pitiful even. I'm going to be honest. It felt pitiful to me. Like I said, I don't know if he can manage. If the Democrats would have put up Tulsi Gabbard, she was more qualified. Stop that nonsense, okay? Stop that nonsense. You see, Tulsi Gabbard can't even sit one place. She cannot stand for anything. She cannot stand for anything. Tulsi Gabbard would not have attracted me and the likes of me. Trust me. Would not. Okay. So I don't agree with you with that. I don't agree with you. Tulsi Gabbard more educated. Tulsi Gabbard, I don't even think Tulsi Gabbard have more than high school education. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hold on. Let me see. Let me get my phone here. You talking about Tulsi Gabbard is more educated than Kamala Harris? Listen, stop talking nonsense in my ears. Stop talking nonsense. But let me look, see how much, because I'm just hearing about Tulsi Gabbard. Trust me. I've heard the name before, but I never paid too much attention because she didn't have anything that was eye-catching or ear-catching to me. So I never paid any attention much to her. But I have heard of her. But when you say she's more educated, now you are. Hold on. Let me see. All right. So they say Tulsi Gabbard graduated from Hawaii Pacific University with a bachelor in science in business administration. Really? It says Tulsi Gabbard has a bachelor's degree in business administration. And you say she more educated than Kamala Harris. I don't know what drive you to say that, but that's not right. All right, you're wrong right there, son. All right, but make we keep moving. Somebody said if we go back and watch the candidates debates from 2020. All right. When I go back to watch a candidates debate from 2020, what am I looking for? What am I supposed to learn from that? Where is that supposed to take me? Should I go back and watch who was debating in 2020? In 2020, Trump ran in 2020, right? He lost in 2020. Him and Biden were running. Who else was running? Which debate exactly you want me to go back and watch, and what do you expect me to see? What in particular do you want me to be looking for? The interaction between all the Democratic candidates. Okay, so you want me to go back and watch and look at the interactions between the Democratic candidates? Only one? Only which one? You said interactions between, so between can't be one. If it's between, it's a comparison. It's so tell me, which two people am I supposed to be looking for? Miss Singh, what's up? How are you doing? Because I don't know what the 2020 was. Only one debate. Okay, you say it was only one debate with 7 to 8 candidates. You mean they were debating each other to see which one of them would have been the better or the best candidate to run? Okay, for the primary. Okay, now I get what you're talking about. What am I supposed to be looking for? To see which one of them was better at the debating? I'm not sure. This individual is telling me that I need to go back to the 2020 primary debates and compare. I'm not sure who you want me to compare. Will be just like Hillary Clinton, will popular votes but not delegates. All right. Somebody says Kamala Harris will be just like Hillary Clinton, with popular votes but not delegates. Well, I guess we will see. We will see. Because the people of America are not stupid. They shouldn't be. I see a lot of people who are saying, you know, well, we made a big mistake. We made a big mistake in 2016 because we thought, you know, a change. We did a change, and we thought that this individual would bring change, and because, you know, some people were brainwashed into believing that this great businessman from a business perspective could help us in terms of our financial standings in the world. But instead of helping us, they only help themselves. This person said legal immigrants for Trump. Okay, whether you're legal or you're illegal, you do you. You do you. Okay? We are not going back, says Georgie, and I agree with you. We are not going back, and we are tired. I, in particular, I am tired of these old rhetorics of hatred and anger, and you know, when you have people who are running for the highest office in the land, and they can conduct a conversation without calling people out of their names, and when I talk about calling people out of their name, they go for the low of the low. I mean, I was watching JD Vance. Every time I see JD Vance, as a matter of fact, I cringe. He's absolutely weird. And I am saying, I'm going to say this. When, not if, when they lose, I am sure that DT is going to blame it all on JD, because despite the fact that they both speak so ignorantly. Did you Michelle, you seem to have a lot to say. You have a lot to say. So she says, did you watch the DNC? All they did was talk trash and insults, hypocrites. Goodall says, I know someone for Trump, and he was disappointed when he was in the White House. Of course, yes. I know people who at the time in 2016 were so excited to vote for him. And they was like, oh, oh, he is a great businessman. And, they had this thing, is like he has the Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to gold, whatever, whatever. Because look at all these buildings and all this, how successful his real estate has been. And people be talking that because you see, there weren't so many people. Remember, that was like prior to TikTok. So there weren't so many people who were digging deep and doing research. It's only like mainstream media. It's only what they put out that we were able to go by. And because of that, there were a lot of us who did not hear, did not know, just saw the surface and figured, oh well, the surface looks good. Let's work with it. But after that man got into the White House and his personality starts shining through. I don't know if I should say shining. Shining might be an insult to anything that shines. But anyway, his personality starts shining through. If you all be honest with yourself, tell me how many of you are pleased with his misogynistic displays, his displays of racism and hatred and cruelty and just crass and classlessness. And if you tell me that you are pleased with that kind of behavior, it tells me that you are no better. You are no better than him. It tells me that you are lacking something. This person says double standard. She says complaining about the rich, but billionaires give more donations to Democrats. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Whatever you say. You're free to say whatever you say. I see Cad. Cad comes in the place. Good morning, Cad. Good night, Cad. How you doing? Let me tell you something, George. It is more than just ignorance. You understand? And especially these people. These people. You see, Uno, you people are... the word that comes to my mind is not the word I really want to use on this platform. But you people are something else. How you gonna have somebody talk to you in your face, insults you like that, cause you all kinds of stupid and all kinds, and you still support that person? That's because you don't have no self-worth. Because somebody can't insult me like that and me still support them. No. You understand me? Listen to me, Michelle. This is my platform. And if I say you people, I will say you people if I want to say you people. If you are offended by it when I say you people, then I suggest that you find someplace else. Do not stay here and get your britches in a bundle, because I'm not going to censor what I'm saying to please you or anybody. I will censor what I'm saying to please the people who run these platforms so that them not throw me off. But I will not censor it for you in particular, or any one person. I'm going to say how I feel. Go on your platform and say what you want to say. Just get off. Okay. 774 is saying what me cook today. Listen, you know something I cook today. Me not cook. When I didn't see you this morning when I was on live. I was on live this morning. I just drink some stuff. Ate some crackers. Me never cook today. And every day I'm cooking now. What do you mean by me lazy? Get out of here. No, me not lazy, but me can't cook every day. I remember me work the weekend. I was tired. So I got home today and I did not cook. Me not have to cook. I don't have to eat every day. If I was eating cooked food every day, I'd be like the house. But I can't do that. But welcome. Happy Monday evening to you, my love. How you doing? Hope you had a great day. I had a rainy day, rainy Labor Day, so I didn't get to do much. I was planning on doing some work outside. But it rained all day. So I didn't get to go I didn't get to go do what I gotta do. But tomorrow morning, hopefully, let's keep fingers crossed. If it doesn't rain tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'm gonna do the live outside because I have to go fix up the front. What? 774, you crazy. 774 is asking, says, so what my man eats? If he says, so what my man eats, behave yourself. Behave yourself. All right. I don't know. Eat whatever going in my mouth. Anywho, let us continue. Kenzie, what did you eat today, darling? What did you eat today? All right, I'm waiting for Kenzie to tell me. Whatever Kenzie tell me, that is the answer. God, oh, I know you was going to say something. How did I know you were going to say something, ma'am? I know you was going to say something. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. All right? So I'm going to continue talking. All right? About this political season. This political season here. The other day we was talking about Project 2025. Y'all remember we're talking about Project 2025? I still have it here, so I still have it here up on my phone that I've been reading. And I am telling y'all that it is absolutely scary. Some of the things that are in it. Some of the things that are in it are very scary. You know, I see people who are jumping up for the orange man. You know, I jump up. You know, I jump up and I say, yeah, we won. But my lovely friends who are not on the hetero side, I'm just going to leave it right there. My lovely friends who are not on the hetero side. Do you all realize what another term of his presidency is going to mean for you? Do you all realize what it is going to mean for you and your community? Yeah. It's going to mean that you will no longer have the rights and privileges that you enjoy currently. You understand? You're not going to be able to marry. Where's you hear me telling you? You are not going to be able to marry your same gender person. Okay? Another thing that I see they are determined to introduce is this Christian, this Bible for everybody, this Christian Bible here for everybody. Did you all see in Oklahoma? The other day we talked about Louisiana and we talked about Texas. But did you see that Oklahoma, their governors also signed into law for every classroom to have a Bible, for the teacher to teach out of the Bible? Now you tell me, how many teachers now, they're already counselors, they are already teaching, they are already parenting your children in your absence. Teacher must now turn pastor and be responsible for your child's religious indoctrination. So what is going to happen? Those of you who are Muslims and live in these places, you have decided to support the orange man. When he implements these laws, when these governors and this man implements these laws, and your little Muslim child is in school and being indoctrinated from the Christian Bible, how do you plan to navigate that circumstance? Huh? How do you plan to navigate that circumstance? The young adults who say that, you know, they can't go with the flow, they can't go with, you know, nature's intent for a male and female. They're doing their thing their own way. And I don't have a problem with that. Everybody do what they do. The world is filled with people. If 10 million people decide that they are going to be in a same-sex relationship and they're not going to be able to have kids, it's not going to stop the world from children being born. You know, people are free to do what they want to do. But do you understand that this Christian agenda that they're trying to push on everybody, how this is going to affect you? When they say you can't marry again, you can't, I mean, they have to find out what is your sexuality before you can benefit from anything. What? Until now, let me tell you something I can't understand. One thing when I can't understand, how did what you do in your bedroom become a part of the question as to how you interact with the rest of society? Until now, I don't get it. I don't even get as to why that is even important. Because what people do in their bedrooms is not something public. You don't walk around and see people out in the street humping each other. So you know that, oh yeah, this is a guy, is with a guy, this is a girl, she with a girl, this is a... No, so I don't know how that even came up. Because there is no reason for me to know who you sleep with, for me to treat you as a human being. But I understand that historically these people have always tried to find ways to separate and divide us. They've always sought ways to divide us. Because you see, that is the way that they can conquer. That is the way that it can seem like they are more important. That is the way for them to dominate. That is the way for them to feel like they are bigger and better. People who seek to find a divide amongst people. They are dividing us down to everything. Now they are dividing us, I mean, with people who are mixed and people who are not. They are just, it's like they are tormented. They are tormented. Just like Tim was saying, mind your own damn business. Exactly. Mind your own damn business. Because it's got nothing to do with you, what somebody does in their household. People coming out with them Christian stick. Coming out with them Christian stick and trying to beat everybody else with Christian stick. Oh, my Bible say you can't do this, and my Bible say you can't do that, and you mustn't do this, and you mustn't do that. When it comes to people's sexuality, that is a personal choice. That is their personal business. That ain't got nothing to do with you. And unless the only way your personal sexual preference has something to do with me is if you try to molest my child. As long as there are two grown consenting adults, it's got jackspot to do with me. And y'all are acting as though this is a new phenomenon. It is not new. If it was something new, if it was something modern, it would not be in our own Bible. It would not be in your Bible. There would be no mention of it. You see like how there's no mention of the internet in the Bible? Because the internet never exists then. You see where I'm going with this? But homosexuality was mentioned in the Bible. That's because it existed. That's because even back then, thousands of years ago, there was a human desire to stray away from what we would say the norm. Okay? If it wasn't, then it would not have been mentioned. Okay? Now, do you and I have the right to divide and separate people because they choose to have relationships how they choose? No, you don't have the right. And don't tell me nothing about you and your Christianity and you and your Bible and you and your God. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Okay? Leave people alone. Mind your own business. Okay? Mind your own business and leave people alone. Okay? Now, when Oklahoma said they might put Bible in the classroom, we could go back to that. They might put Bible in the classroom because they are teaching them the biblical principles. Those of you who have been here with us as we have been reading the Bible, you all understand that the Bible is contrary in of itself. The Bible is laden with all kinds of contrary arguments. There is Moses over here, so talking one argument. There is Paul over there, so talking a different argument. The two arguments are not the same. Yet people say they believe everything in the Bible. I cannot believe the truth and the lie at the same time. I cannot be going in and coming out at the same time. I cannot be going up and coming down at the same time. So there's absolutely no way when you tell me that whatever is in the Bible, you have to believe what is in the Bible, that you even know what you are talking about. Yes, what I mean, Blakely, you can't know what you're talking about. Because it tells me that you don't read the Bible. I realize the differences in thoughts that's in the Bible. I mean, I'll go off on the Bible tangent right now, because I know when we start talking about the Bible, we might end up changing the whole conversation. Because we could talk about the Bible for days. We could talk about the Bible for days and its contents. But no state or no leader has the right to just have to have any law that requires all Americans to comply with this here Bible here. Because that would not be giving everybody freedom of religion and freedom of expression. No, they would not be free. Would you consider it to be free, so to consider yourself to be free, if when you send your little Muslim child to school, the teacher, aside from teaching your little Muslim child reading, English, and arithmetic, reading, writing, arithmetic, whatever, she's also or he's also teaching your child religion? How would you feel about that? Because I'm dead sure that these Christian people would not agree if you have to go to, say, a country where a predominantly Muslim country, and you send your kid to their school, you are going to be in the minority. If in their school they teach from their Quran, you might not want your child to learn it, or you might be open-minded and say, you know, it's not going to harm you if you learn something. That doesn't mean you're going to be converted to that religion. You know, you just learn something that you might be able to use later on in life. But here in America, where freedom is stressed, because everything in America we talk about, we're free, you know, we are free to practice whatever religion we want to practice. We are free to study what we want to study. We are free to, we have such freedom that is not enjoyed by people in other parts of the world. Freedom is sort of the bedrock of America. How are you going to continue to say freedom is the bedrock of America when you're going to be putting a Bible in the classrooms and you're going to be requiring the teacher to teach from the Bible? What are teachers supposed to teach kids from the Bible? What is the teacher supposed to teach your kids? The teacher supposed to teach your kids the 10 Commandments? What about when the inquiring minds of these kids asking questions? What about when these kids go home and them and their parents are reading the Bible, or they come across something on the internet and the internet is saying, and somebody's saying something that's in the Bible that is contrary to what they were taught at school. And then they go back to school and start asking the teacher questions. The teacher can't answer those questions because the teacher herself has never read the entire Bible. The teacher herself probably is just going to go by whatever she has been taught religiously. So whichever religion she goes by, that's what she is going to push. What if the teacher of Jehovah's Witness? You know, what if the teacher does not believe in religion at all, and the teacher is not even open to reading the Bible at all? Are you going to, what are you going to do? We already short of teachers. They're already underpaid and overworked. What are you going to do? You're going to fire the teachers and say if they don't teach the Bible, you're going to fire them? I think if you want to do that, you have to have like religious studies. Say you're going to have religious studies in the school, right? And you're going to have a teacher who specializes in religious studies. And you're going to have a block, a time block, where you say this is the time for religious studies, like we did in high school, you know, a time block for religious studies. And then if you want to go to this class, you go. If you don't want to go to the class during that time, you have a choice. You don't have to go. So that little Muslim child does not have to feel left out, does not have to sit in a class and be either be bored or be insulted because everybody else around her is preaching and talking about this religion that by her parents' standards is not worthy of her learning about. What we're going to do about that? That's the confusion that they like to cause. Listen, Georgia, I love you. Exactly. They like to cause confusion because they can, you know, ride on it. The confusion is going to lead to conflict. It's going to lead to division. It's going to lead to hatred. And that is the kind of chaotic situation they want. The Constitution of America does not provide for any one religion to be mandated for everybody. No. Somebody says, Kamala for president. I'm with you. It's going to be a blue tsunami, right? All right. We need to make sure that that happens. And it can't happen. It can't happen without us. Okay? It can't happen without us. Because when you look at this side and you look at that side, you have to weigh the benefits. And not just the benefits to you. You have to weigh the benefits to humanity. You know, my friend over there is gay. But guess what? I don't care about him right now. I'm going to vote over here because I like this person and this is the person I'm going to vote for. And even though when this person comes into play, it's going to make my friend's life a living hell, I don't care. I'm still going to vote. We have to take selfishness out of the game. You understand? Because your friend over there who is gay, your neighbor or whoever, that person has rights too. And that person deserves to be treated with respect. You know, and marriage is not something that any government have the right to determine who is supposed to get married and who is. Leave the people them alone. If the people that want to marry, leave them alone. But with this year, the possibility of these individuals coming into power and denying other human beings that right, that's a problem for me. That's a big problem for me. Because no government should have the right to do that. And no government have the right to come use the Bible and browbeat nobody to say whatever is in the Bible, that's what you need to go by. Now, government don't have that authority. But we see the states going one by one, they are drinking that Kool-Aid. and passing these laws for schools to have the Bible and to teach from the Bible. I don't know how I feel about the Bible. There's no question about how I feel about the Bible, especially since I've read almost all of it. I've read now just about 99% of it. Y'all know how I feel about it. Nobody should be forced to follow anything that's in the Bible. You can't force somebody to follow some people's tradition from thousands and thousands of years ago when these people were trying to establish their society. How you gonna thousands of years later you're gonna force the people of this generation to follow what people from thousands of years ago were trying to do as they tried to establish their society? No make no sense, right? All right. For those of you who don't make no sense, to gather here. For those of you who it makes sense to, gather here. Let me tell you why it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Okay? But anywho, Juju Bless. Juju Bless, what's up? Black and beautiful. How you doing? Happy Monday evening to you. Happy Monday evening to everybody who don't like division, who don't like separation, who don't like conflict. Yeah, you are at the right place. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, sis? You see what I say? Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I say, Aris 2024. And let me tell you something. People are saying, Kamala is a woman. A woman is not ready to be, they're not ready for a female president, whatever. Who gives that what you were ready for? Let me ask you something. Anybody did ask you? Who cares what you are ready for or not ready for? If you ask me, you're ready for bed. Go put on your jammies and go to bed. That's what you're ready for. Because we don't care about nothing else. We're talking about you ain't ready for a female president. Anybody asking you permission? Nobody care what you ready for. We are ready. We are ready. The time has come. The time is here. And even if it was not Kamala, even if it was not Kamala, I would vote for a blue shoe. I would vote for a blue frog. I would vote for a blue bonbon. Anything blue and nothing orange. I would. Because when I analyze and assess the two individuals and what the two individuals stand for, there is one whose disposition is unpardonable. Okay? Couldn't be me, can't be me. Okay? And then there is the other who brings all the values that are important to me: togetherness, freedom, kindness. Those are the things that are valuable to me. I don't want to come on and hear the person who is running for the president of the country calling nobody a B and no, that I don't think is a language for the presidency. No, sir. No. I don't want to hear the candidate for the presidency speaking down to anybody, regardless of who you are. But let alone speaking down to us, knowing already the trauma that we have had, the generational trauma that we have had to deal with from these people. And then to hear the person who is supposed to be running for the highest office, where he's going to be responsible for us as well, insulting us, that tells me that when he's up there, he will not have our interests at heart. And whatever he does up there will not be for us. Anything we benefit from, it might just be coincidental. The disrespect, the tastelessness, the classlessness, it's just too much. Somebody named Liberty said walls had no has no soul. You put your right foot in, you put your left foot in, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the okey pokey and you turn yourself around. Next time you come, you'll blocked. Next time you come here with your foolishness, watch yourself. Anyway, let us keep going. I don't know how you reach here stuff. Come talk about walls that have no soul. Sure. Anyway, let us continue. You see, let me tell you something. You see, anytime you start to elevate, you're going to find people who are going to come, people who know you from a long time, are come out of the woodwork, and I'm going to say things. I was watching something on the internet today where Tim Walz's brother, I don't know if you all saw it, but his brother, to whom he hadn't spoken, they have had some kind of disagreement. They haven't spoken in like 8 years. And the brother said something on his Facebook page about, about Tim Walz, and people take it and people are running with it, and they're trying to encourage him to come out and talk against Tim Walz and all that. They always look for your own. They always look for your own to come out and speak ugly against you, because if your own come out and speak ugly against you, they will have more believers. Yeah. Because they're going to say your own is closer to you. So your own is going to have the scoop, the real scoop, and whatever they say, people are going to be prone to believe. You understand? This person here, I don't know what is your relationship to Tim Walz, how close you are to Tim Walz, but when you say he has no soul, you sound like you want to get personal, and we're not into the personal attacks. Okay, to me, Tim Walz was the best pick that Kamala Harris could pick for her VP. Compare Tim Walz to JD Vance, please. There isn't any comparison, so we shouldn't even do that. But Tim Walz and JD Vance together, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. When I hear Tim Walz speaking, the way he captivates the audience, and the drive and the motivation that's behind all of his speeches, I identify with that. When I hear Kamala Harris speaking, her demeanor, her choice of words, yeah, her presence, yes, that I can identify with. When I hear, on the contrary, when I hear JD Vance talking about she can go to hell and using that kind of foul language, I don't expect that kind of language to be coming from somebody who is running for the highest office in the land. No, she can go to hell. When I see the former president put up a post with Kamala and Hillary, I don't know if you all saw that post, but it had Kamala and Hillary, in a photograph together. And he captions it that I don't know, I don't want to get anything but BLOWJOB. Yeah, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. How the BLOWJOB got them where they are, got them the same benefits, or some nonsense of the sort. And I said, that is the lowest of the low. That is not where you expect the leader of the free world to go. That is too low. for the leader of the free world, the person who wants to be the leader of the free world, to go all the way there. You know, a lot of times I see stuff on the internet and it's funny, but those kinds of funny are private funny. You know what I mean? I see some people on the internet saying some things and doing something, and I will crack up when I see. But would I repost it? No. Would I post it on my page? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But behind closed doors, I enjoy it. Skin my teeth and laugh for days. But I would do it. So that's the kind of restraint I expect the leader of the free world to utilize when they go through the internet. You can't just see some garbage and you go and post it, repost it on your page, reposting this kind of garbage. Because you see, when you repost, people identify you now with this repost, even though you were not the original creator. But it says to people that you approve this message. So imagine you see something as sexist as that, something as low down and nasty as that, and you repost it on your page. It's like you are telling people, I approve this message and you should too. And people start identifying you. I see somebody that I haven't seen long time. Melefaya Jumpo. I see somebody I haven't seen a long time. My sister, is that you? Mikey, is that you? I see you. I see you. I see her here, I see her here. I said, I hear they look like. She said, no, it's not me. She said, no, it's not me. All right, I'll take your word for it, my love. I will take your word for it. But happy Monday to you. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. I see Overton. Overton, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? We are talking a little bit of politics here. We're talking a little bit of politics here, considering that it is politics season. It's politics season. We have 60 some days to go before the elections. And I know there are lots of people out there who are still undecided as to who they want to support. Now, it is not my business to tell you who to support or who not to support. That is on you. All I want to know is that you go vote. And I want to make sure that your voter registration. Mr. Listen, voter registration here now. I'm putting it down. I'm making sure I don't lose it. It does not go out of my sight. Because if it go out of my sight, me don't want me to do. So I keep it where I keep my Bible. Because I know me coming here in the mornings to read my Bible. So I have to keep my voter registration. That is so that wherever one goes, the other one goes with it as well. Because I don't want to lose it. And every week I got to check on my voter registration, which I suggest you all should do. Check on your voter registration and make sure your name is still on the list. Because you don't want your name not to be on the list on election morning. You certainly don't want that to happen. Okay? So, tell them from me, Paula. Tell them to keep checking the voter registration. Don't just say, okay, I'm registered to vote and you're going to leave it there. Oh, this. Not today. Yeah, don't just say, okay, you're registered to vote, and so you're going to just leave it there. No, you gotta check, because the closer it gets to the elections is the more shenanigans. Somebody said earlier in the chat that they're going to do to Kamala what they did to Hillary, and we want to make sure that they do not get that opportunity, because remember with Hillary got the popular vote, and then they say this person here won with the delegates. Okay, So we want to make sure that this is not a tight race. We want to make sure that we knock it out of the ballpark. And we are not just voting for ourselves. We are voting for our children and our children's children. We are voting for our disabled neighbor. We are voting for our gay friends. We are voting for our women of childbearing age. We are voting for them. We are not just voting for ourselves. So don't just look at it and say, oh, you are going to have more money in your pocket. You are not going to, because people like me and you, who are hardworking people, we ain't never going to get them tax cuts that the people up in the top got and are going to continue to get if we go this way. Okay? We are not going to get it. Never. You saw me in that, Paula? We will never get it. But if you tell me that you're going to strip away the rights of my gay friend so that he can live his life how he wants, we got a problem. We got a problem. If you're going to tell me that you are going to reduce, say, Medicare or Social Security or whatever it is, disability for my friend who has some developmental challenges, then we have a problem, because you think that because they have developmental problems, they are not worthy to be in society. We got a problem. We have a big problem, because they are just as worthy or even worthier to hear than you. So you're not going to do that. If you tell me that I should vote for the person who is going to deny a woman her right to treat her body how she wants to, I can't go with that. I'm no longer of childbearing age, but I can't be selfish. Or my gay family member, because lots of us have a... Exactly. Somebody said, so Kamala is promising to change everything. However, she's been in office for 3 years. She has not been in office. Get some sense. She has not been in office. She has been the vice president. She has been the vice president. Okay? When did you ever hear the vice president passing laws? I'm coming. When? Tell me. Which vice president have you ever heard passing any law? Al Gore was the vice president. I never hear y'all hold Al Gore to the fire. Remember, Al Gore was the vice president, and then Al Gore ran for the presidency. And I don't remember y'all holding Al Gore's feet to the fire to say, oh, when he was in the vice president, he didn't see him do anything, so he didn't have any right to run for president. All right. Mike Pence was the vice president for 4 years. I saw Mike Pence in the debate. I remember him clearly with the fly on his head. And I saw Mike Pence afterwards when he was running for his life. Okay? I still don't see any laws that Mike Pence passed unless something missed me. So if it missed me to it, Mr. Sir. Okay? And all the other VPs. Joe Biden was VP for 8 years to Barack Obama. Which law did you see Joe Biden pass when he was VP? Why this woman, she's the first female VP in American history, and you all want to throw her to the wolves to say she did not pass any law, even though she was not the president. She was the vice president, and no other vice president has ever been held to the fire to say they did not pass any laws. But she should have overstepped her bounds and passed laws. I pity y'all. I pity you all. And trust and believe me, if she was a man, if she was a man, you wouldn't have all them questions there. Listen, Greg, me ask them over and over what did Pence do. I know nobody can tell me because all I see was Pence. Pence was running from the angry mob who was determined to slay him. You understand? So I don't know what is wrong with these people and why they coming for Kamala. Oh, she been in there 3.5 years, she been in there 4 years, she never do anything. Your mama got you for how many years? She ain't do nothing for you either. Get out of here. Anyway, let us continue. I'm not always looking. I see another argument. I see people saying, oh, what has she done for black people? And that can grate my nerves so badly. Why does it grate my nerves so badly? Why don't always I look for somebody to do something for you know? Why you have to always be looking for somebody to do something for you? Somebody said bikers are cleaning up Harrison mess. Harrison live any mess up there in Colorado. Any mess you have up there, I'm gonna clean it up on yourself. If it wasn't a black woman, he wouldn't be exactly, Gregory. I don't know who this person is who is talking about bikers in Colorado cleaning up mess. As a person talk about that, let's talk about this. I see on TikTok where they are saying that there's some Venezuelans who are over there in Colorado taking over apartment buildings and nobody's doing anything about it, blah, 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 blah. But I keep saying, I don't even see this in mainstream media. And you and I know how people are very good at manipulating circumstances to suit a particular narrative. Okay? People will come out and will say and do things, and people have a way, the way the internet is set up, people can use AI to generate all kinds of things, and you sitting there on your couch might believe everything you see. I don't believe everything I see or everything I hear. I want to see mainstream media coming out and showing me what is happening over there for me to believe it. Something that is fact-checked, yes, something from a reputable source, not from you armchair bandits. Okay? Somebody says, are you better off today than you were with Trump? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. A lot. I've added 4 years onto my age. I've added a few more dollars onto the few dollars I had. I've paid down a lot more debt than I had then. Yeah. I have controlled my spending the way I've always known to do. I have kept myself with a small amount of debt. The only debt I have is a car note and my mortgages. I still use 1% of my credit card each month. I still do not pay credit card interest. I still have never paid credit card interest. So yeah. Oh yeah. I am much, much, much better off. The thing with you all is, some of you all like to put yourselves in situations, hang on a basket when you can't catch it, and then you turn around and blame the government. Regardless of the laws that are implemented by the government, it is up to you to determine the kind of life you want to live. The government cannot determine for you what kind of life you want to live. And you have to determine that and work for it. I do not like debt. I do not like to have to pay money. I don't like it. You understand? I control my spending. I control my borrowing. Because when I sit down and I look at borrowing, when you borrow the people their money, you got to pay them back interest on it. You know what's wrong with some of y'all? Already eye. Ain't fly girl. Yeah, what wrong with... It's a freeze over here, so to me, no. So then I like when we talk about politics. Yeah, what's wrong with some of y'all on already eye? You think everything you see, you for have. You run go buy gold shoes for run go buy gold shoes for $450. You run go buy a box of cereal for $25. You run go buy trading cards for $100. And what else? You run go buy the $69 Bible and all these things. And you buy it on a credit card. You buy it on a credit card. So you spend $1,000 on your credit card buying this nonsense. And then 30 days later, you must repay that $1,000 if you don't want to pay interest. You don't have the $1,000 to pay back. They tell you if you pay $15 for the month, you'll be just fine. They won't charge you. You won't get any late fees. All right, so you pay the $15. But on that $1,000, them just put interest on it. Next month, you buy some more things on the same credit card and you pay another $15. All right, this is 2 months now, you know. You have only paid $30 on this $1,000 bill. And every single day, interest is being applied to this debt. When you plan to finish paying it off, if you continue paying $15 a month, when you plan to finish paying it off, you realize that by the time you pay up that $1,000, you don't pay $10,000. The shoes already mash up. The Bible already wet up and dash way. The trading cards, you can't find them. And you already eat off the cereal. And you're still hungry. Make sense? That could never be me. So while you all are there talking about, oh, for the last 4 years, has your life been any better? Yes, my life has been better. And continues to be better. Because it is my life, not the government life, but my life. And I determine what makes my life better. Debt don't make my life better. So you go run up yourself in a debt and then blame it on the government. That is on you. That is on you, my dear. You have a 30-year mortgage, $1,000, and you pay the one they get $1,000 every month. 30 years. You are already 45. Calculate it. You're already 45. You just bought a house here and you're 45. Eh? You just buy the house now at 45. And it's a 30-year mortgage. 55, 65, 75. 30 years for this mortgage. Think about it. You may not live to be 75. That's one option of getting out of that mortgage. But consider when you retire. How much money you have in a retirement again? That's what I thought. But you retire at, say, 62. When you retire at 62, that's 13 years from, you have 13 more years of this mortgage to pay when you are no longer getting a regular paycheck. You're going to live off of your savings, you're going to live off of your retirement. Yeah, that's what you're going to live off of your social security, whatever you're going to get. That's what you're going to be living off. And you're going to be still expected to pay this mortgage every month. How you plan to do it? That's what I thought. That's supposed to be the government's problem or your problem. And at the same time, you continue to spend credit card like it going out of style. And more debt up on your head and more debt and more debt and more debt. You don't need all of this debt. You don't need all of these things. You're not going to people them store go buy. You don't need it. But you can't control yourself. You see, you can't postpone the gratification to get these things because you feel like you must have these things. And then you are in trouble financially, and then you say, oh, the government is no good. That's why I'm in debt. When Trump was in, I wasn't in so much debt. At that time, you didn't buy the car yet. At that time, you didn't get the credit card yet. Or at that time, the credit card balance was a little bit low. But then as time has gone on, you have bought more and more things. And now it is the government's fault. One corner over there, so go and go sit down over there and turn your face to the corner. Yeah, I don't want to see your face. Just turn your face to the wall. Okay? Can't put yourself in a problem and then blame other people. The government is responsible for implementing laws, for passing laws to suit the people, but are your responsibility as the individual to determine what is good for you and your family and what is not. 1 ton of debt is never good for nobody. And the only person I see who have all these debt and 1 million bankruptcies, must have 6 bankruptcies underneath him belt, and still grifting, and it's that person. When you say him is a great businessman, look at which great businessman you know having so many have had so many bankruptcies. All this trickery. See, this trickery have come up, I've catch up with him. Their needs and want, if it's not a must. Exactly, Georgia. Exactly. People don't understand that there are needs and there are wants. The things that you need, you take care of. The things that you want to have, you leave it alone. You leave it alone. People who not have a good job, they don't have a well-paying job. You know, but they take on all these debts. And when you take on all of this debt and you're expected to repay, you run yourself in big financial trouble. Because you don't know how to postpone gratification and leave things in the store. You pay your mortgage. Instead of going to the store, go buy one whole heap of clothes you have in a closet that you are not going to wear. Why don't you use that money and put an extra $200 on your mortgage every month? Will save you some interest. You understand? MC1, and don't forget the felonies. And don't forget the felonies. How could I? How could I? You know, when you go into the people them store, look in your closet right now. I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Look in your closet right now. And tell me how many pairs of shoes you have in there that you don't need. How much pair of shoes you have in there that you have never worn. Why you take the people them shoes out of the store and carry come in your yard, come turn decoration in a closet? How often are you going to wear that shoe? By the time you're ready to wear that shoe, it dry rotten. It not have no use. Does that make sense to you? Imagine if you had used that money that you used to buy that shoe, and you had invested that money and have that money to continue to grow for you. Invest it in your 401k, invest it in a something. You buy 1 whole ton of shoes, have it put on there as decoration. Does that make sense? Because you can't carry it back to the store. You cannot sell it back for what you bought it for. Because you already wear it once, maybe wear it once, or because you have had it so long, it maybe have been either discontinued or start dry rotten. No make no sense. You have 1 whole closet of clothes, until you don't remember that you have them. Every week you go to buy more and more clothes. Everything you see at the store you're ready, you got to buy. You spend credit card, you spend credit card, you spend credit card. What are you doing for your? Go and blame the government? Blame yourself because that you are in. And the government put you in there? Okay, so somebody says here, that one shouldn't even be running considering that he's a felon. And I agree with you. I agree with you. Don't even talk about if it was Obama. If it was Obama, Obama would not have been allowed to go on the ticket, period. He would not have been allowed to go on the ticket at all. He would not have gotten there. Kaleem, how you doing? He would not have gotten there. So forget that. What? Who is? You understand? Obama would not have been even allowed, not for 1 second. You know. So I wonder, how comes this person get all this white privilege? How come? How come? Because shouldn't it be that this person be disqualified? Or is it just me? I think this person should have been disqualified. His record makes him unqualified for the position. And furthermore, don't the president cast a vote for himself? So how come felons aren't allowed to vote but he can? I don't know. All of this just seem like so one-sided. It doesn't seem like they're sticking to the rules at all. It just seems like it's one rule for me and one rule for them. It's not the same rule for everybody. You know, because in that case, they should have said, you know what, you do not qualify. And so the GOP should have been forced to find an alternative representative. You know what bothers me? Let me tell you this. You know what bothers me? This one thing that bothers me. This man has never been a senator. This man has never been a governor. This man has not been a state representative in no way, shape, nor form. And this man could come off the street. Georgia, and be given the leading role in this political party. That's why I have absolutely no respect for them people there. All of them. What y'all been up there on Capitol Hill doing all day long? Playing Dalios? What are they doing up there? Playing dirty pots? What are they doing? You know, under cellar mix up mud pie and a cook leaf in a milk can or something. You understand what y'all been up there doing? That somebody could have come off the street with absolutely no experience in foreign policy, no experience at all in government, no experience at all. I put up this person and nominate this person to run and to lead y'all. No wonder y'all got what y'all got. No wonder so many of y'all end up with criminal records. All because you could not say no. All because you could not stand on any principle. Yeah. No wonder. You see much of them end up in prison? You see how much of them? Because they were so willing to subvert the law in order to please this egotistical individual. And that's why them end up with criminal records. Because them couldn't stand up and say no. Look how many of them. And some of them still supporting him. I want to go and get some more jail time. Because y'all ain't willing to stand up for anything. So you all are falling for the okie dokie. And where does the junker come from? Bo couldn't pay me to vote for. Nobody need your vote anyway. Get out of here. Anybody need you. You nor your stinking vote. Anybody need you. Get out of here. Okay. Said what I said. Anywho, let us continue. Let us continue. Wait, so that wasn't nice. Do you think I'm not aware that it wasn't? I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't. And at this point, I didn't care. Yeah. might have wanted to say something else too, but you know what? Yeah. Yeah. Anywho, let us continue. Somebody here said, "Do you know what Democrats are doing? In Democratic Republic of Congo, more of 18 millions of people die. What does that have to do with the price of rice?" This person says, "Do you know what Democrats are doing in Democratic Republic of Congo? More than 18 million people are dead." I want to see them one down there kill each other. I don't want to see them one down there kill each other. Which Democrat come down there come unalive one? Talk to me. Been having civil war and down there. Don't get me wrong, you know. I know that the West has had hand in a lot of the slaughterings down there in Africa because they want to control all of African resources, and then there are some licky leaders down there who sell out them country and sell out them people, you know, just to be accepted by the West, and they don't look and see that the West is oftentimes up to no good down there. Don't get me wrong. But that ain't got neither nothing to do. What you are saying about the people down in Congo ain't got nothing to do with who I'm gonna vote for in this election. I'm not from Congo, I'm American. I'm Jamaican and I'm American. No. Don't inject that into this conversation to come corrupt my conversation with that argument. We ain't into that. I want to tell me about Democrats down there doing nothing. Who know down there doing it to each other? All right. I done said what I said. He only knows about business, and he don't even know about business because he has had so many bankruptcies. If he knew anything about business, he would not have had to have had so many bankruptcies. You understand? So when you come around with that conversation, I don't even pay them any mind talking about he is a savvy businessman or whatever. I was watching a documentary where he had gone to Scotland, gone to try to bully ride the people. He wanted how many acres of their land that runs along the beach, etc. He wanted to build up the world's biggest and best golf course and hotels. He totally wanted to change the people's whole landscape. He wanted to change people's whole landscape. There are all these hundreds of acres running along the seashore. He wanted it, and he got there bullying the people. And one man whose family from generations coming down, this has been their land. And he got here and he bullied everybody, offered them how much money, and people sold their lands to him and ran away. And this one man stood up to him, and this man said, "I am not getting off of my land. I don't want your money. I'm not giving you your land. You can get away from here." And that man stood up to him. And even the politicians who at first were pushing for what he had already won them over. And so they were trying to convince each other and to convince the people that he had this great plan for Scotland and it's going to benefit the people and all the hundreds of people that he was going to provide employment for, etc., etc., etc. All of they're like salespeople, they're selling something. A used car salesman will tell you anything just for you to give him your money and take that junk off the lot. Yeah, so that's what he was doing. And eventually, he built up one little half-ass golf course he built up there. I must say employment 120 people. Total contrast from what he was selling the people, where he was saying he was going to employ thousands of people and how all that he was going to build there. Until now, not one hotel, not one nothing. But he just wanted to go own the people's land and to go bully ride the people and threaten the people with lawsuit if they don't give him their land. Like. And when I watched that documentary, I was so pleased. that this one man stood up to him. And by that man standing up to him, he ended up proving to the others, even the politicians who were originally vying for him, he was able to prove to them that he ain't ish. He was coming there trying to bamboozle the people out of their land. And I'm sure the people who had sold him their land and run away and left, they probably regret it right now. Yeah. Then he came to a compromise, said they have to allow him to put his name on the place. So he called the place some kind of Trump International, something of the sort. I don't know. Sister Arlise, how you doing? Good to see you. Sister Arlise, you still on the rock, right? You not come back in the coal yet? You still on the rock, right? Aye. But anyway, make us continue. Let us continue. Thank you for the loves and the likes, people. Listen to the people them over here so on the tube. Don't forget to hit the like button. You forget if you tap the screen, it registers your like. Yeah, you can do that. That is also acceptable. But anyway, you know this is somebody I come and talk about from 2025. No way, Jose. We ain't going back. We ain't going back for the grifting. We ain't going back for the lies. We ain't going back for the trickery. We are not going back. And you see, let me tell you something. You see, like, oh, this individual has nothing to lose. I can assure you that he will be as ruthless can be. When you hear him say, I'm going to make sure him take revenge on the people them who charge him for the crimes that he had committed. Yes, he's going to use his authority. Anyhow him get back up there, he's going to use authority to take revenge on these people. He's going to make sure. He's going to make sure, say, everybody who had a hand in him being charged with the crimes that he committed, he's going to make sure that they pay. Revenge, am I going in there for? You want to go in there for. And again, because of his age, he knows that either he may not last the full 4 years, or whatever decisions that he makes, he's not going to have to live with. Yeah, he's not going to have to live with whatever decisions he made, whatever laws he passed. He don't care. That's why I'm telling us to come vote this last time. We don't have to worry about voting again, because he knows that, yeah, we don't have to worry about voting again. Whatever it is that he's planning on doing, it is going to be of such that I'm not going to have to worry about voting again. Yeah. He's not going to be around to face the consequences of these decisions that he's planning to make. I'm going to put them on the books and then I'll leave them. It's going to affect me, you, my children, your children, grandchildren. Yes, that's what it's going to affect. Not him. And when you find people like these, it would be like somebody would say, oh, me now plant this a mango tree because me are already 70-year-old. When me plant this a mango tree, it's going to take 10 years to bear. Me not going to live to eat none. Imagine if everybody thought like that they were not going to do something good because they were not going to live to inherit it. Well, this one, he don't care about doing something bad. He don't care about doing something bad because he knows he's not going to live to deal with the consequences. He's not going to be around to deal with the consequences. It's going to be the others. The others of you. The others of us who are going to have to deal with it. But if people can look at this, the two individuals that are running, and for whatever reason, You can look at this individual and listen to this individual and still say to yourself, my values align with the values of this individual. The hatred, the cruelty, the misogyny, all of it, this is what I align with. Then you are an individual in need of help. I said it. You are an individual in need of help. No character, I tell you. Yes, Pelucci. No character. No, nothing about him. Nothing. Nothing. And you think that even if I did not align myself on the other side, if I was aligned on that side, I would be embarrassed to admit it. I would be embarrassed to continue to support an individual who has a blatant hatred for people who don't look like him. He has a blatant hatred for women. He has a blatant hatred for homosexuals, for people who are disabled, for people who are from a different place than him, people who look different. He has a serious hatred for people who are of a different financial stature, who are not of the same social stature as him. You can't say you love people, but you hate everybody who does not look like you. It's flat out, you're racist. If you love your country more than your party, you won't vote for the narcissists and the racists. I agree. I agree. If you love your country more than you love your party, you won't vote for the narcissists and the rapists. I totally agree with you. Yeah, Maya, what's up? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. How you been? Good to see you, my love. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. You know I'm here. You know me, I have an opinion. I'm here rolling off my mouth on this here Monday night. I'm here rolling off my mouth, talking politics. You know, normally I'm not venture into politics now, but this season, the politics, and I'm born this season, Maya. Yeah. So I gotta talk about it. Somebody says all democracy will go down the drain if the felon is in the office. I agree. And then the thing is, the people who is blatantly talking about taking away their rights, when I see those people supporting him, it's like somebody saying, I'm coming with a guillotine and this guillotine is for you, and you say, here is my neck. Like, I'm like, what? These people are crazy. You could hear somebody blatantly say they're going to rob you of your rights. They're going to strip you of your rights. All these women, you know, these people are going to strip you of your right to choose, your right to control what happens to your own body. And you still are going to contribute to this person. You're contributing to your own destruction. I mean, like, what's in here? This little globe on top of your head, on top of your body. What's in there? Because if somebody threatens me that this is what they want to do to me, I'm done with you. I'm staying far away from you because I don't want you to implement those measures against me. All democracy will go down the drain, I tell you. But the people, somebody me can't tell them nothing. Some of these people, may I tell you, Sister Arlise, you can't tell them nothing. Look at the both party, listen to the differences between them and see what's good for the people. Exactly. See what is good for the people as a collective. not just for one section of society, and not just for an individual. If you love humanity, if you love people, and you want to see all people thrive, then you cannot go with the divisive rhetoric. You can't. You cannot go for the person who is pushing all of this conspiracy theory and all of this nonsense. You can't do that. You gotta go with the voice of reason. You gotta go with the voice that is determined to give freedom a new meaning, to propel freedom into the spaces of everybody, regardless of your gender, regardless of your color, regardless of your orientation, regardless. You have to choose humanity over your personal feelings. You can't be selfish. And in this year election, in particular, you cannot be selfish. You can't say, oh, if he's going to give tax cuts to the wealthy, and I am a millionaire, I am going to get a good tax cut, so I won't have to pay 13% or however much it was. I don't have to pay 13% anymore. He's going to make me pay only 2%. Well, I'll take that, while ignoring that he's going to strip your other fellow Americans of their rights. And you only go into it blindly go into it just because you see one little slither of hope for you. That means you're not a true patriot. You're not a true patriot. You are selfish, because you have to do what you do for the better for the better good of humanity, not just for any one person, not just for yourself. So even if I wasn't aligned with the other side, I could not align with the side of divisiveness. I could not align myself with racism. I could not align myself with this misogyny, sexist. I could not align myself with it. And then now, when they come up with the Bible part of it, that part, because we know already how divisive religion is. We already know how, because of religion, people have lost their lives and all. We know. We know the characterlessness of religion. And when you tell me you want to use religion to deny my fellow humans, to deny my fellow Americans their rights, and you're going to use religion. Didn't they use religion during slavery? Didn't they use religion to justify slavery and to tell the slaves that the Bible says they must obey their master? Because Paul said the manservants and maidservants, they need to obey their masters. And they use that from the Bible to say that the slaves, people who were dragged, in the Bible, the slaves were not dragged from anywhere. People were not forcefully, except for, say, the Jews who were taken when Nebuchadnezzar knocked down Israel and took them as slaves down into Babylon. That's completely different from the manservants and maidservants who lived in the houses of the rich and wealthy priests, or the high priests, scribes, or whoever they were, prophets, or whoever they were, reputable people in the community, people who they called reputable in the community, who were wealthy enough to have manservant, maidservants, and all of that. Those were the people that we're talking about. They were the servants they talked about. You servants who need to obey your master. But those masters did not have to go anywhere, drag anybody, put them on a ship and drag them anywhere. They didn't have to do that. People in the community came to borrow. People looked up to them. They were the leaders in the community. People come to borrow money. People come to, people offered up their children as payment. It was the order of the day. That's how their society was set up. That's how their society was. It had nothing to do with you for today. It didn't have anything to do with us today. But they used it against us and said, oh, we were slaves. They're supposed to obey their master. So when you come at me with anything that is in the Bible, come good, because chances are we are not going to be in agreement. You understand? We're not going to be in agreement, because there's not another book on earth that is supposed to lead you along the straight and narrow, that is supposed to provide you with all the morals you need for life. There's not another book that we are indoctrinated into believing should guide us in all the ways that are right, that are all things contrary to that teaching in it. Not another book. Okay. So now when they want to tell you that the Bible, everything went in the Bible, that's what you're supposed to believe. That's what your children are supposed to be indoctrinated in the classroom. Excuse me? In the public classroom, you send your child to school, and in the public class, and the teacher is going to be teaching your child what's in the Bible. Oh, teacher going to teach one of the Bible. Teacher not theologian. What exactly is the teacher supposed to teach? Why the teacher is expected to take these thousands of year old stories and have the children modify their lives to suit these thousands of year old stories? You know, are they going to build a curriculum around this for the teachers to follow? I mean, what is this? What is this? You know, is that what you would want? I know a lot of you here are not sensible. Yeah, that me have to admit. Is that what you would want to choose for yourself? That you go to school and the teacher is going to try to indoctrinate you from this book that maybe someone don't even have a Bible in our house, and teacher is going to be at the school teaching your children from the Bible. And people are saying, oh, I'm a Christian, and because I'm a Christian, I cannot vote for Kamala because Kamala is not pushing Christian values. Trump a push Christian values. Trump wants to browbeat everybody with a Bible that Trump can't even hold it straight. Okay. He can't hold the Bible straight. He hold the Bible upside down. He peddling Bibles. He peddling upside down Bibles for how much per a piece? You know. So if you have two choices, and the one choice is the person of reason, and the one is the person without reason, you're going to choose the person without reason because you are going to say that Kamala is supporting the freedom and rights of everybody. She's supporting the freedom and the rights of everybody. For your gay neighbor, for your gay family member, for your disabled friend, for your disabled neighbor, she's supporting the rights of everybody, as opposed to one person who is supporting the rights of some people. Some people. So, Sarah, do me a favor now. Go. Let me continue. All right. Would you prefer to go with somebody who is supporting the rights of everybody so that everybody can live their way, can live their life how they see fit? Wouldn't you rather support that person? Because to me, that seems like the groundwork for more of a tolerant and peaceful society, as opposed to supporting the person who is going to sow discord and divide and hatred and all of this amongst us, that's going to lead to a lot of instability. Somebody says abortion. Yes, so a lot of people keep talking about abortion. Abortion seems to be a hot topic issue in this election. People are saying that they're not voting for Kamala because Kamala supports abortion. A woman has a right to choose what she does with her body. If women, hypothetically speak, if women were to decide, listen, I'm going to teach society a lesson. Collectively, we are going to stop getting pregnant. We are not going to be having any children for the next 20, for the next 30 years. Do you see how society, what benefit society would get from that? I bet, okay? Women have a right to choose what they want to do with their bodies. And I don't think any government supposed to come into my life, come tell me, say, I cannot do what I want to do with my body. Why am I so concerned about a human being who is not here yet? And what I do with it that's growing in my body has the potential to kill me. It has the potential to make me lose my life. Okay? Why are you so concerned about it? But the ones who are born already, the ones who are homeless, the ones who are needy, they are already here and you don't care about them. So why are you so concerned about what is growing in my body? Why? What's growing in my body has nothing to do with you. Because until I present what is growing in my body to the world and say, here, I am contributing to your society. I'm giving you another individual who can either come up and be good to your society or be a thorn in the side of your society. Until then, you do not have a say as to what it is that I do with what is growing in my body. Because of my body. And don't come to me with your Christianity and tell me, say, the Bible talks against abortion. You never see the word abortion in the Bible? Who see the word abortion in the Bible? I remember seeing it. But I could have missed it. Have you seen the word abortion in the Bible? If a woman gets raped and she is pregnant, she is not going to get pregnancy. Exactly. I wouldn't want to carry the pregnancy, and I wouldn't want anybody who I am responsible for to carry a pregnancy if they get raped. And people say, oh, but it's a life anyway. My life is already here. Your life is already here. I can already see you. I can already feel your contribution. I am not worried about the individual, the mass of cells that is not yet here. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You can take it as you will, but I am not. When I have that child, exactly, and is that them riding with like him care about anybody? Exactly. But you can't. But you can't tell me that you're not going to vote for her because she supports abortion, but you're voting for him who supports racism and the destruction of people who don't look like him, people who are disabled, some of them by no fault of their own. Like, seriously? You all are warped mentally. If that is your argument, you are warped mentally. That is your argument. You know. Someone would like to come out and act like, oh, you all are defenders. You all are defenders of biblical principles. The Bible have no set principles. So I don't know what y'all are trying to say when you're trying to act as though you are defenders of biblical principles. You have to tell me say the Bible say don't thou shalt not kill. Killing could never be accepted in any society because of its devastating effects. Okay? But you cannot compare me having a disagreement with you and deciding that I'm going to take your life. You cannot compare that to me having a mass of cells developing into a human in my body, and it's causing me distress. But you are going to tell me that regardless of the distress that it is causing me, I still need to bring that mass of cells to fruition and present it to the world, because that will make you feel good. That will appeal to your Christian base, your Christian values. So that means you care more about the life unseen than the life that's already established. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. And all these men who want to make decisions about a woman's body, who are making decisions about y'all's body? Eh? Who telling you what to do or what not to do with your body? Is there anybody who is telling you that whenever you have a pop off, you need to make sure that every single one of them little people get an egg to work on? Huh? Is anybody telling you that? Is anybody telling you that you don't have a right to, if you want to go into the bathroom and pop off by yourself, because those are potential children you're flushing down the toilet? Is anybody telling you that you can do your thing in a condom, in a rubber, and throw it away because those are little children that you're throwing away? Potential children you're throwing away, who could be doctors and teachers and nurses or whatever. Is anybody telling you all that? No, nobody telling you all that, right? So you can do what you want. So you can go around and make decisions for a woman's body as to what she should do with her body. You could have fooled me. I could never stand for that. I could never stand for that. And even on Orange Jesus, he, for the last few days, we see him going flip-flop and talk about he will be for women's right, because he realized that the female base is slipping away from him, because females don't want to stand for that kind of nonsense. I don't understand how we fight against immigrants. And is that listen, all these people who are fighting against immigration, all these people, they keep forgetting that they are immigrants. I remember one time me and this girl have this conversation, and she said, oh, she have a problem with all these people coming into our country. And she said, I have a problem with all these people coming into our country. I said, which people you have a problem with? Don't you see all these people, all these Mexicans and all these people coming into the country? Why do you have a problem with them? Why you have a problem with them? She said she have a problem with them because them are coming out of the country and them are increased crime rate, and them are... I said, I don't know who told you all of this nonsense. But did anybody tell you why they were telling you the nonsense? While they were telling you to hate the people who are coming into this country, did they also tell you that you are not really American? She said, what you mean? I was born here. No, ma'am. You're not really American, Your 4 parents came here. I said, where your 4 parents come from? Where your mother come from? Where your father come from? She says, our mother and our father born here, but our family come from somewhere in Europe. Her family is from. Okay, so you realize that this land belonged to the natives? She said, I'm gone back too far. No, I don't think so. Because you have to understand, when your people come over here and want to come colonize the people them land, and want to take the people them land, okay? And you have established your own society on the people them land, okay? And you say, all right, bring me your hungry, your naked, your downtrodden, whatever. And everybody come to help to build this society. And then when you think that this society is built to a certain degree, now you want to say immigrants must go back where them come from, and you don't agree with immigrants coming in the country. Like, make that make sense. And them come in, come build the country. And them come in, come help build in a country. Why now you are gonna say you don't want immigrants in the country? American society run off of immigrants, illegal and legal. Because when illegal immigrants come and they work, if they take taxes out of their pay, you know that that's like money they just give away. Because number one, they can't claim that money. Them can't claim the money. So them just take it and go on with it. Yeah, man, ungratefulness, may I tell you, on another level. And immigrants contribute billions of dollars each year to the economy. And them not get back nothing for it. Them not get back nothing. They can't go claim unemployment. They can't go claim social security. But they have paid into these things for years, if that is their circumstance. So in my view, I think that we all can live somewhat in peace. I think that we can live with a certain measure of peace. Exactly. They treat them like nothing. They treat them like garbage. And yet still, they work and put money. You know that when the workers come up here and work 6 months, work for 6 months, pay into the system and go back to their country, you know that they don't get back that money, right? The money that they pay into the system, they never get it back. They never get any of the benefits of that money either. They never get it. It's gone. It's gone, but it is the law that when you work, you pay. So they work and they pay. But they don't get nothing back from it. I don't want to treat people as though, even though America say, bring me your lame and you're lazy and you're hungry and whatever, I don't want to be specific which people you want to come in. You know, act like say the border between Mexico and America just get up one day. Get up one day in 2021 and poof, there was a border between Mexico and America. This border been there for generations. People been traversing these borders for generations, going back and forth. During the many wars that were fought as the Europeans tried to conquer America for themselves, a lot of the natives ran south to escape the violence. A lot of them ran south. And a lot of people have been coming back and forth across the border for years. For years. But in 2016, when the Orange Man started making this big old deal, and they started putting out horses, when was that, 2018 or so, started sending out the policemen on horseback to go out there, go fight, go prevent the people from crossing the river, and horse trampling on the people and all these things. And he made this to be such a big thing, make it so divisive. You see Americans coming out of the woodworks, joining in this divisiveness. This is what I'm talking about. And when he perpetuates this kind of hatred You see all the racist people come out of the woodworks. And just like how my granny would have said, tap on answer don't know when I'm got. You see all these people, you see the rise in hatred, the rise in racism, the rise in people start telling people, go back where you come from. Like, never before was this so prevalent of people telling people, oh, go back where you come from. Until he started pushing all of this narrative. The first thing he says, he's going to have the biggest the biggest deportation effort America has ever seen. He's going to make everybody's head spin. And I trust and believe me, if them go check Mar-a-Lago right now, them are going to find people down there undocumented working there, because them can pay them $7.50 an hour and get them to work like a dog, get them to work like a horse, doing every single thing that he so wants them to do for little or nothing. But he's going to go around and scrape up all the people who are running away from dictatorship, people who are running away from violence, people who are running away from poverty, people who are trying to get a better life, some of whom may have been here for years, and you're going to creep them up and send them back. The people who are already here, for me, as an immigrant, I will always advocate for the immigrant. Yeah. And the immigrants that are already here, scraping them up and send them back, I don't see how that is supposed to benefit the country. They're already here. This is already where they eat and sleep and drink. And if they are not committing any crimes, I don't see why they should be punished so severely only because of hatred. You say somebody African American tell it, yes, African American, some of them like to do that. They like to tell people to go back which part they come from. And they have this condescending tone when they ask you, like, where are you from? I hear an accent. And you say, oh, I'm Jamaican. Oh, I hear that Jamaica is so beautiful. Why are you here? Oftentimes, I just give them the look. And my look can say a lot more than my mouth. Yeah. I just give them the look. Like, I hear Jamaica is so beautiful. So why are you here? I ain't got an answer for you. Yeah. They have that. You see what I mean, Miss Kids? Yeah. I just ignore them, because what am I supposed to say? If I open my mouth and say something, I might say the wrong thing. I might say something that might make you upset, and there's nothing I hate more than confrontation. I like to have confrontation with people. Either we agree to disagree, or you mind your business, I mind mine, and we go about your business. Because you don't need me and I don't need you. Okay? Unless you are the air that I breathe, we really don't need each other. So we don't need to be fighting with each other, right? Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. And they do not like to see immigrants who have progressed beyond their expectations of us. Because they think that, because you're an immigrant, I think they see you as sort of subhuman, in a subhuman form. That's the best way I can put it. Because they always trying to measure up. They always try, and I'm like, what is the comparison? We all need to be measuring up against each other. Like, oh, I was born here and she's an immigrant. We don't need to be measuring up ourselves like that. You know. Oh yes. They always say, oh, you work so much. I nobody tell them nothing. I don't nobody tell them for tired. If you're not tired, I nobody tell them to be lazy. You know, they don't like to see when immigrants come in, immigrants be working 2 and 3 jobs and making ends meet and purchasing homes and vehicles and sending their kids to good schools, and they don't like it. But the thing is, it's not like these jobs are prepared and put there for immigrants. These are jobs that they themselves can do too. But I have found that in my interactions with some with some Americans, that they seem to have a problem with immigrants who are hard workers, immigrants who come have 2, 3 jobs. Even though I have to say, hands up to no, we have 2 and 3 jobs. I take my hats off to y'all. I remember those days. But Mr. Never again. I rather die with 1 pair of shoes and 1 tear up baggy. I could have never. I work 2 and 3 jobs, and you buy the house and you can't sleep in the house. You pay the mortgage, but you're never in the house. No, sir, not me. Sis, no, sir, not me. I will come home and lay down and sprawl out. I said, one job me doing. Once upon a time, I used to do 2 and 3 jobs, but you see them time me I make $7 an hour. I had bills to pay. I had young children. You understand? I had to worry about my young children. Whole heap of bills and stuff. $7 an hour couldn't cut it. You work 1 job, $7 an hour. You work 40 hours at that job, 7 4 is at 28. $280 that. You see what I mean, Timmy? That was $280 for the week. 280 and 280 are 560 in a 2-week period. And when them take out taxes, you come home with like $500. You come home with $500 in a 2 weeks. Your rent is $600 for the month. So when you come home with that the first $500, you maybe only use like $100 out of it, because you have to put on the $400 and wait for next paycheck to pay your rent, your lights, your food. So 1 job can't do. You don't have the time for rest. You don't have the time to sit down. You gotta work 3, 4, 5 more jobs to make sure that of the 168 hours in the week, you work at least 180 out of it. To make sure that you can survive. You know? Oh, Jesus, guys, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. I remember them days. I used to work like a dog. I used to work like, oh my goodness. Work and go to school. That's all right. Now, I just want to lay down and relax until me dead. Me can't. Me still tired. 20 years ago, I'm still tired. Trust me. Mistakes say, them a pay a mortgage and just a napping at the house. Girl, can I tell you? Them just a not even nap. Them come up, drive up in the driveway, and by the time them come in and drink little tea, not even little tea, them have time for drink. It's time to go out again, go work. Can't be me. I tell you, can't be me. Well, you know the good thing is, I'm glad some had my kids when time me young. I'm glad some had my kids when me young. So you see right now, me just in my 50s, and I one teenager may have left. Yeah. Because imagine me the start of kids when me are 35. Me still have all of them at home. I struggle and I still have to work a lot to take care of them. Yeah, I want to be free and have them gone about them business, you know. Oh, sir. Couldn't be me. I'm glad we did have them early. But back to topic, guys. I'm telling you, in this election season here, in this election season, we have got to think about our fellow humans and country when we think about who we are voting for. And you cannot make your hatred of a woman or your hatred of a black woman close your judgment to the degree that you choose someone whose only plan for you is utter destruction. If you hate a woman or a black woman that much that you will choose the person who is going to destroy you, then I say to you, you are strong. Kudos to you. If that is your choice, then that is your choice. I cannot and would not dare to try to tell you what to do or how to live your life. But I say to you, choose wisely. Choose wisely. Think about what you are doing before you do it. Think about who you're going to vote for and something I got so. I want that I want that name Miss Thing. It name hand heart. Whenever I see one hand heart gift, yeah, hand heart. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you for that hand heart. Oh, that was they say your life goal gift as your life goal has been achieved. Oh, okay. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, my love. Yes, hand heart. Yes, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So yes, guys, as I'm saying, you all have to think about it before you vote, and don't just think about it on a personal level. Think about your choice on a patriotic level, on a level that encompasses compassion for humanity, for your fellow American, for your fellow human, before you decide to make a decision that even you yourself won't be able to live with. Okay? Yeah, that's what I say. So with that, I'm going to wrap the live up. I'm going to wrap up the live. I got a couple of things I got to do before night come down. Right. So with that, I'm going to call it a night. I want to say thanks to everybody who came into the live. The lovely fly girl Georgia, Elise down there still on the rock. And Miss Kitts was here, Cad was here, and several other people were here. I saw my internet husband Barry was here as well. Wait the people before I come off of the live. We can't get, we have 1600. We can't get 10k taps. Come Miss Thing, do your thing. Where Kids there? Kids, come, do your thing. Where Cad there? Cad, do your thing. Where Cheryl there? Cheryl, come, do your thing. Where oh, I got a rose. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my dear. Come on, let's see if we can get to 10k. Come people over here on the tube. If you have not yet tapped your screen, yeah, tap your screen. Let's see if we can get 10 taps before we go. It's not easy, you know. I don't know what I'm doing now. All right, let's see. We are at 8-7. Can we get to 10? We are at 8-8. All right, let's keep moving. Can we get to 10 before we up off? At least 10. Yes, tell them this thing, please tell them, because there are 9, 10, 11 people left over here. So, and there are several people left over here as well, so we can get it. All right, we got 1k to go. Come on people, we got 1k to go. Come on, you can use like 3 fingers at a time. You can use 3 fingers at a time, lovely people. Yeah. Let's see. We are at 9-2. For those of you who know, you know what we are talking about. We are at 9-2. Let's see if we can get to 10 before I give my outro. And we head on out for the night. Go do what we got to do. And then come back. And then come back tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be back here tomorrow morning. First thing in the morning, we'll be back here to do the Bible. And then from that, we'll be moving on into the day. What's that today? Tomorrow with the fun James. James with the fun tomorrow. We'll finish the Hebrew. Yeah. Tomorrow we're gonna do James. Okay. Yes, guys, we got 600 to go. We got 600 to go, guys. I appreciate you all. Those of you who are doing that, who are tapping your screen. All right, over here we got 9. I appreciate that. Can we get one more? Can we get at least one more, lovely people? Me say my ear just make my body hot, so. You know, so the ear grow. Just make my body hot. Yeah, this is what we are working with. We are at 9-6. We need to go to at least 9, at least 10. At least 10. Right, Arliss? Check and make sure you all have tapped the screen. I've tapped your screen, guys. I'm trying to see if we can get to at least 10 here. No. I thank you, my love. And there it is, guys. There it is. We have hit the 10K, have we? Yes. 99. Yes, we have hit the 10K. I sincerely appreciate you guys. All right. That's going to be it from me for tonight, my friends. Great job, everybody. I will see you all again tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. But for now, this is where we are going to end this live. So until next time, my friends, I want to say thanks to everybody who came in, those of you who tapped the screen, and those of you who came with your britches in a bundle. Please, straighten out your britches before you come back, or don't come back, okay? Because I don't like when y'all come in here to come upset my spirit. I don't like it, all right? If you don't want to talk foul, you don't go on one platform and go talk all the crap on one. But don't come over here so if you come antagonize me. Alright? But that's going to be it from me for tonight. My dear sister Arliss, my dear sister Fly Girl Georgia, Winsome, and everybody else who was in the chat, Kenzie and everybody else. I sincerely appreciate you all, Kits and Miss Sting and Cad and all, and Barry and everybody else. Thank you all so much for spending part of your Monday evening with me. Until next time, my friends, this is Trev from Trevessence, where your journey matters. Have yourselves a great evening, everybody, and I'll see you all first thing in the morning. All right? Thank you, Miss Sting. See you later, guys.